All right, first ride of the season. I'm definitely out here on my own. Dad's sick again, hopefully not COVID this time, but Josh has his wedding coming up, and I wasn't even really sure I was gonna be able to ride this week, so it kind of came together last minute. I'm riding on a Friday, a bunch of fresh snow last night, so gonna get a spare belt right now, show you guys the new sled, and we'll go from there. 22 Renegade X action. Well, the better part of $250 later, here we are. Hopefully this is something I'll be able to keep for the next couple sleds and not something that gets swapped out if I change brands. It is a crazy late start to the season. I think it is, let me check the date, January 7th. Last year I still got a ride in December. I think it was like right at the end of December, but this year that was not happening. And today's even a little dicey. I'm riding Tug Hill again because Tug always gets slammed with snow, whereas Old Forge kind of, later in the season, they tend to pick up what blows through Tug Hill, but right now it's just not enough. So I'm gonna go to Tuggers, ride Barnes Corners, just gonna ride for a little bit, you know, scratch the itch, get that first ride of the season out of the way. So far everything's been going pretty good. And yeah, we'll see what the day holds. I don't have anything too crazy planned, but I'm just happy to be riding, so. Time for the big reveal. Are you guys ready? And the new sled is the same sled. So obviously my new sled has not come in yet. That's why I kept this sled. So kind of justifying why I kept it. Getting out for a ride today. Probably gonna get out for one next weekend too. The ride's still chilling back there, and here's Josh's sled. But yeah, gonna at least start the season on the Renegade. So here we go on that. Sticker sticks out like a sore thumb this season. First ride of the season. Long time coming. Not on the sled I expected, but we're on a sled at least, which is better than I feel like most people can say. Yeah, so a lot of guys don't have their sleds yet, especially New York guys. I will say, like, I have pretty bad luck with snow check, but it's surprising this year more than ever to see how many people did. I mean, it's not surprising because obviously COVID's going on and all that, and there's all these like part sourcing issues and whatnot, but you know, Coda doesn't have a sled, Jesse James doesn't have his sled. I don't think Pacey Boy has his sled yet. He hasn't really mentioned it. I think I'm one of the first New York guys to be out riding, so there hasn't been a lot of updates on everybody's like channels and their sleds and all that, but yeah, here we are. And I know Coda's is really delayed. I don't know if he wants me to say how delayed it is. I think Jesse's is supposed to be sometime mid-January, which is what I'm hearing as well. So I know even the Canada guys, the Sled Addicts guys all got their sleds, which is cool. But Rich does not have his sled. He also picked up a Snowmageddon purchase on a Thundercat because his XCR he's getting told sometime in January, but he's not getting, as far as I remember, very specific dates. So he picked up a Thundercat, was told that should be sometime in January, and I believe he got a date for that. So he's pretty excited about that, and I think that's going to be a great sled for him. He's a big Quebec guy and big miles and all that, so I think he'll make the most of it. Very slippery, that's for sure. So I guess just overall update on the channel this year, like, first of all, obviously not doing the podcast anymore. I did talk about that in a previous video. If you guys are curious why, go check that out. I know some of you guys weren't into it anyway, so probably not too big a deal, but definitely has freed up a lot more time. I guess I didn't realize like how busy I was between being on the podcast, trying to edit my own videos, and obviously work a job. So that's been interesting. I'm now engaged, so I'm going to be probably getting married in 2023. And then in 2 weeks I have Josh's wedding. So his best man, you guys have seen him a ton in the videos. If you don't know his name, he's the guy that rides the 04 Rev with the wrap on it. And super excited about that. Won't be riding that weekend, obviously. Bummer content-wise, but super excited, like, life-wise. Like, very excited for Josh. I can't wait to be at his wedding and see him and his fiance tie the knot. It's going to be awesome, so looking forward to that. I feel like I always get my first couple rides of the year in on tug, and then I don't go back for the rest of the season. They get the snow, though. You got to give them that. Gotta say, it's awesome to be out here, but man, was I discouraged a couple weeks ago. I've been snowmobiling since I was 7. I've been riding my own sled since I was, 13, had my own sled, all that. And this is probably the most discouraged I've ever been. Like, I was saying to my family, when you can ride early but you don't have your new sled, like especially if you held on to one, it's like, okay. Or even at the same time, if you don't have your new sled yet, and you know as soon as you get it you can ride, I think that kind of makes it easier. It makes it harder at the same time, but like, you know, okay, as soon as I got it, I'm out there riding. Whereas this year it's like no new sled and really no riding, and it's just been kind of crazy. Like, I don't know how the newer guys to the sport are doing it. Like, I would be so discouraged. My fiance and I just went on vacation, and I'm thinking to myself, honestly, take a year off, go on a couple more vacations with how much money we spend on sleds. Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I love riding and I want to keep riding, and it's a ton of fun and something I want to obviously keep doing, but man. Hey, we'll go this way, why not? Years like this are definitely discouraging. Finally getting out on the snow. Honestly, the trails are not that bad. I'm pretty happy I came. I'm sure tomorrow they'll be mangled, but right now there's enough snow coverage, not enough snow to make bumps, so pretty flat. I would have probably liked some bumps because I can always kind of rip a little bit harder when my dad's not with me, so would have been nice to kind of tear through some moguls, but no big deal, still fun. But yeah, I mean, I give it to you new guys, and if you're feeling discouraged, I do not blame you at all. I've been riding for 17 years. No. 16 years. And I was even discouraged this year. So hopefully we have a really strong rest of the winter, and hopefully we ride into March. Haven't done that in the last couple years. And it'll kind of make up for this really slow start. All right, so that's the first ride in the books. Not too bad overall. It's kind of funny. It feels almost identical to my first ride last season, but did like 50 miles. I'll take that. It was decent as far as like first rides go. Not a ton of snow, but plenty to like cover up all the rocks and crap and keep the sled cool. But I really, like I've been telling people on Instagram and stuff, I think if there's a lot of traffic up here, it's gonna definitely chew all the snow up and probably not make for the best conditions, but it's snowing right now, so if this keeps up, who knows, it could be some pretty good stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and look forward to making way more. I do have a new sled coming, so that'll be exciting when that does finally happen. And like always, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you in the next one, Wrap Gang. Keep seeing that sheriff. He's like, I'm gonna get you.